Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and today we're back with another shop video. Last week you saw us mount my tires for my Volkswagen on our Coates 2020 Superstar, and it did a great job, but what it didn't do was balance the wheels. So that day I went to drive home and my steering wheel was shaking all over the road. At about 55 miles an hour it starts. So we went on Amazon and we bought this. You can get this basically same thing at Harbor Freight if you don't want to buy online, but on Amazon it was even cheaper. Nick, how much was this device?
About $60, and I think at Harbor Freight you're looking at $99. They are the exact same unit, and this was delivered to our door we actually had some shipping complications, but call it 2 days.
Yeah, so it's super cheap, super simple, and we're going to show you guys how it works, and hopefully it works, So we've got a wheel here, and we're going to switch the camera view over, and Nick's going to show you guys just a little how-to, and watch us do it for the first time.
So to start, this thing comes unassembled. You basically have to thread this stanchion post into this funny looking thing. It's pretty easy. Then the big thing. So this sits right on top of this pin and balances. So you got to make sure that that's centered, because if it's not, it'll tip over. So you got to make sure that that's sitting on the pin, which can be a little tricky. Now the way this thing works is this sits level, and you have a little leveling bubble in the middle. And then when your wheel sits down on this, it self-centers on this cone. So the first thing we need to make sure is that that bubble is in the middle. Now from the factory, these things do not come leveled, but no worries, super easy to level it. You have these 3 screws around the outside, and turning each screw will actually move that bubble. So we're going to get that thing centered as best we can. A little bit more. Okay, so now that bubble is leveled, which means that this is leveled, because that just naturally wants to hang level. So I actually need a little bit more tweaking. It's kind of hard. That bubble's tiny. It's hard to see, but that's leveled as best as possible. Now, before we go and put this wheel on here, I did bring it outside and clean it just so that we got the grime off of there. But there's a ton of wheel weights and stickies left in here from prior installation. So what we need to do is get that all cleaned off. A big reason that we wanted to do this ourselves is because, as you can see, all this sticky junk left on here, whenever you bring this to a tire shop, they want to get this wheel in and out. So they're going to spend as little time as possible getting this thing cleaned. And if you want a true real wheel balance, you want to get all that off of there. We're firm believers in, to get quality out, you got to put quality in. So I got a little scraper. We're going to go ahead and pop these stickies off of here. They're stuck on there pretty good. You can see that's quite a lot of weight. So we're going to get that out of here. And now I'm going to spend a few minutes scraping all this off. And then I'm going to use a wire wheel to clean all that sticky residue off of here, so we have a nice surface to stick the new weights. So give me a minute here. We'll get that cleaned up and then show you what that looks like. All right, so we spent a few minutes with a multitude of scraping tools and the wire wheel. There were a lot of weights on this wheel at some point. Now we're going to take some alcohol and give this thing a rub down, because again, if you don't do that, nothing's going to stick, and that's why you'll find, I've had it happen on my car, you get wheel weights put on and then you check like a couple weeks later and a bunch of them have fallen off. So this wheel's seen better days, but that's okay as long as we clean it. Stuff's gonna stick.
Yeah, it looked like this wheel was balanced like 10 times, and that's crazy because I've never gotten the tires balanced, and I bought the car with 80,000 miles on it.
Another thing I forgot to mention, we're gonna clean this angled center bore. That's actually what the balancer has the wheel sit on. So this angle needs to be cleaned, because if that has junk and high spots on it, the tire's not going to sit level. Quick run on the wire wheel and a wipe. Make sure that that is clean. All right, so now we're going to put this with the top of the rim facing up. We're going to want to make sure that we center it as best we can. And sometimes you kind of got to wiggle it here. But that'll sit down center. This wheel is almost perfect. That bubble's in the middle. We might want a little bit of weight right on this side, just to basically, if the bubble is on, say from your camera perspective, if that bubble is on the left side, that means that the left side is light. So we're going to want to put a wheel towards where the bubble is facing. But you want to know what's funny? We could spin this a couple times just to make sure it's set down right. That's almost perfect. This wheel maybe didn't need all those weights.
Well, it needed weights because every time they balanced it, instead of taking off the old weights, they just kept adding more.
That's right. So it does look like we might need a weight right on this side. So the bubble is pushed a little bit towards that side. So we've got a 1/4 ounce weight. We're going to put it right on the edge.
If you're looking to buy these weights, we got them on Amazon. You can probably find them on eBay. I don't know if they sell them at Harbor Freight. They sell the balancers, so they might.
So now I've got my weight where I want it. That bubble is perfectly in the middle. I'm going to take a Sharpie. I'm going to mark right on the back side of the rim where that weight's going to line up. So you have a reference. We'll take the weight off. Pick that tire up and put it back over here. You can see my mark right in there. We're going to take this. We're going to peel the sticky off. We're going to get that pressed right in here.
It's funny, I'm looking at my rims and they say made in China on them.
Nice. So let's check it one last time. Put it on the balancer here. It's funny because we did the other side just as a test, and that took, I think, 9 1/4 ounce weights. So that puts us at 1 ounce and a quarter. So this is perfect now. We're right in the middle, and it's that simple. Like I said, you might need to play around, test with your tire. The biggest thing is, like I said, clean those old weights off of there, because that is weight that's going to affect how you balance your tires. And another big thing, it takes a minute. You can clean your wheel first, but make sure there's no stones or big rocks stuck in here, because the second that thing goes flying out when you get on the highway, you've now lost your balance. Because if you balanced with a rock in and then you throw the rock, all that weight's gone. But that was easy. That only took 1/4 ounce of weight, and now he should be able to drive down the road nice and smooth once he hits 55. Keep in mind, this isn't like a road force balancer. This isn't applying any pressure to the tire and spinning it up to speed. So you're only going to be able to get it pretty close, but this might do it. We'll have to see once Kurt does a little driving, but his car is in for some other repairs, so that'll be later today. Maybe he gets to drive it, but it's that simple. For 60 bucks, it doesn't take up a lot of space to store this in your garage. I know a tire machine kind of does, but even if you just want to pick one of these up and balance your tires on your own, if you get a little wobble in your tire or something, or weight falls off because you hit a pothole, cheap and easy.
Yeah, I definitely like it. It's not going to be super precise. This is not a sports car. I don't even drive that fast. I'll go 65 on the highway, but most of the time, I don't really go over 60 miles an hour. And I'm sure this is going to be one heck of an improvement over what it was before. So if it really becomes a problem, I'll bring it into a shop and have them take care of that. We're doing the control arm bushings today, so I'm going to be getting an alignment anyways. So if I still feel that it's not good, I'll let you guys know. But I'm feeling pretty confident. I think this will help out a lot.
Yeah, for less than $70 for the balancer and the weights, I mean, you can't go wrong. Like I said, it stores easy, so maybe pick one up if you have a balance issue on your car. You could do it in your garage, and if it doesn't solve it, well, you're only out 70 bucks, and you learned a new skill.
Yeah, because you don't know the shop, who's doing your tires today. Is it the new guy? Is he hungover? Maybe he's an expert. Maybe he's a really good mechanic and he does really good work. You never know what you're going to get. Some places are very reputable and some places are not so reputable. So at least when you do it yourself, you know what's going on. So that's it for this video today. But I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, we're going to try to keep posting midweek videos of tool reviews and shop stuff like this. and more tool organization stuff coming up soon. I think that's a big thing that everybody, wants to see more of. So if you definitely want to see more of that, definitely leave a comment below. Let us know what kind of midweek videos you guys are looking for. We will still always have our tool haul videos on Saturdays. So if you're new to the channel, check us out on Saturday. Just hit that subscribe button. We have tool hauls every Saturday. Mechanics tools, hand tools, carpenter's tools, antique tools, all different kinds of stuff. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.